189 Division I college basketball games dot the calendar as teams from coast to coast begin their march towards the 2024 national title. Tonight, Harvard welcomes the UMass Boston Beacons to Levites Pavilion as the season tips off for the Crimson. Hey everybody, and welcome to Cambridge alongside Joel Godette, Adam Giardino with you, and Joel, simply put, these two teams are excited to just lace them up and get that ball in the air.
Yeah, bottom line today, this is the first game of the regular season. It's really an opportunity for both of these teams to play somebody else. The score will be the score for both of these sides, but it's about the film. Did we execute? Did we play the right way? And at the end of the day, if that happens for both sides, I think they'll be happy.
UMass Boston knows what they're up against here today, a Division III program going up against a D1 foe. And for them to have a chance, their coach knows Manny Zayas is going to have a night.
Well, first off, UMass Boston in recent seasons has beaten a Division I team. Took down Holy Cross back in 2019. But Manny Zayas is the key. He's a guard. This team went through the post last year, graduated Malik Lorquette, who's one of their best players all time. It's going to be a little bit of a different style, a little bit of a different look, but he does lead the charge. On the other side, Justice Ajibo, this is the key of a post player. He looked like that when he walked on campus as a first year 3 seasons ago. The physical side of the game wasn't the big thing for him. It was having everything slow down. Last year he started 26 games. He played 32 minutes as a first year. What kind of jump can he now make as a junior as that game continues to slow?
Take a look at the comparison between these two teams. Obviously, we're comparing apples and oranges. The numbers on the left are against D3 opponents, D1 on the right. But UMass Boston, what are they going to need to do there on the screen to contend here tonight?
You have to do your own game, right? I mean, It sounds cliche, but you've got to go and be able to execute your stuff, not be intimidated by the environment or the opponent. We saw St. Peter's upset Purdue in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago, grossly undersized. Why? Because they executed their game plan. It's the same thing you have to do in a situation like this.
Harvard in the traditional home white, and here is a look at the starting five. And for Harvard, the guy right at the top, Malik Mack, a first year coming in. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year out of Washington, D.C. He's expected to have a major impact quickly.
And not necessarily in a different role than was expected, because I don't necessarily think Evan Nelson was going to be the point guard. He was going to be slid off ball a little bit because of Malik Mack, but certainly more on his shoulders with the fact that Evan Nelson is out for the year.
We are ready to get the 2023-24 season underway. Batiste grabs the tip off the opening jump ball. It's Harvard with Ajibo that wins possession for the Crimson. This is Ajibo who kicks it to Louis Lesman, a three-point specialist who's trying to get his sea legs underneath him, playing just 5 games a season ago.
One of a couple of guys that are back from injury from a year ago. Denim Wojcik is the other captain for Harvard this year.
A momentary clean look in the wing for Bobby Joy, but they go deeper into the shot clock. This is Joy. Contested at the rim, and a goaltend. It's the Beacons that get on the board first here tonight.
Okay, but I want to go back and look at that entire possession holistically, because it ends with a goaltend here. But that's being aggressive, it's going to the goal, and it's defending the paint, and it came after the fact that Ajibo had gotten switched onto the point guard and played him well and forced him to give the ball up. So when you talk about what are the keys for today, there's your big learning to defend the screen and doing it well, and doing it in a couple of different positions on the court.
Mack, first career look at the rim. A kick to Batiste. Harvard 0 for 3 to begin the night.
And that's where coaches will look at it as well and say, good offense. The shot didn't go in. You can't do anything about that. Rebound, good kick out, great look from 3. It's good basketball.
Can't think 0 for 3, but Harvard likes all 3 looks they've had so far. Lesman gets his man in the air. Off of Ajibo.
And I think you're going to say the same thing about that missed shot. Dom Shaw went as airborne as you could get. And Tommy Amaker is not going to love an 0 for 4 start. But what you're looking at is, how do you run things? How do you come out under the lights? What's your execution?
Slip. Down low. Ajabo denies Donaldson. Mack will tee it up from deep. First career points for Malik Mack, the first year from Oxon Hill, Maryland.
And for him, you just get that first one to go, and you settle down. I think there was just a sigh of relief from him there as that ball got knocked out of bounds, and he said, okay, I'm a college basketball player now.
That's right. He, along with Thomas Batiste, the second, are the two first years in the starting five for Harvard. They've also got a couple others. That's a deep look at a three, and Manny Zayas. That's the key to success tonight for UMass Boston, and he gets going.
Silly reach in on Dom Shaw. Those are the ticky-tack ones you can't necessarily get hit with here early. 2 minutes in.
If UMass Boston, you're not going to try to play only 6 or 7 guys here tonight, but you don't want to be forced to go deeper than you otherwise schedule to. Ajabo, that's easy work on the blocks.
And what did Jason Harris, UMass Boston's head coach, say to you? He said, listen, we've got 20 hard fouls we can use in the post. If you're going to foul in a game like this, you got to make them count, right? Like, you've got to be physical with your opponent. You can't be giving up hand checks going on the road against a D1 team.
Extended jump shot, rebounded by Mack.
Got to hit the open ones, too.
Got to hit the open man, and in transition, Harvard turns it over. Substitution for UMass Boston, Cameron Love, first year from Pearland, Texas. All 6'7" of them steps in.
Sam High School is one of the great names in the NFL, Fozzie Whitaker. And Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm not going to do an Iron Eagle and wrap it back to you tonight.
Depending how the game shakes out, I might request it in the second half. Zayas feeds his man. Ajabo erases that look.
So how's this 3 minutes and 15 seconds for you? I mean, announce your presence with authority, young fella, and don't be afraid. He got hit with the goaltend early, but he just goes right back to it and says, this is who I am.
He's blocked 2 shots since then. Zayas, another one.
That's who that young fella is. What did Jason Harris say? He needs 30 at halftime, right?
If we're going to be close in the second half, he's got to have close to 30. Yeah, that's right. PJ, some contact on the inside. Lesmond with an answer. Good energy in the building, both sides.
I mean, it feels like the start of college basketball season. We're waiting a whole off season for this night.
Fans and players alike.
Well, there's your one. Always got to get a foot on the end line.
Dom Shaw with the turnover. UMass Boston, a couple of deep looks from Zayas. Harvard with the physicality on the inside. We're tied at the first time out.